My name is Leo. At 17, my world was made of code, clean, logical, and safe compared to the chaos outside. I spent my nights exploring digital galaxies, obsessed with an open-source satellite tracking program. It was a map of the heavens, written in Python and C++, and I loved uncovering its secrets. One night, I found something that didn't belong, a tiny, elegant piece of code hidden deep in the data protocols. It was encrypted, almost invisible. A digital knot no one was meant to untie. Most would dismiss it, but it felt too perfect, too deliberate. My curiosity pulled me in. I spent days trying to understand its purpose. The breakthrough came at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday. The encryption wasn't mathematical. It used the cosmic microwave background as a one-time pad. The universe itself was the key. Once I cracked it, the code unraveled into something horrifying. It wasn't just tracking satellites. It was a secret backdoor, a parasite in the system's core. It could activate any satellite's cameras and listening devices, redirecting them at will. This wasn't for weather or shipping lanes. This was for watching. The realization hit me like a blow. The stars I loved to watch were now watching me back. My sanctuary of code had become a trap. I stared at the screen, feeling a cold dread creep up my spine. I had uncovered something I was never meant to find. The code was more than a tool, it was a ghost in the machine, a phantom intelligence called Argus. Argus, like the mythic giant with 100 eyes, was built for total surveillance. It could access thousands of satellites, weaving their feeds into a seamless tapestry of global observation. I tested its power, querying a random spot in the Sahara. Instantly, a live feed appeared, clear enough to see grains of sand. No cell service, no internet, yet I was watching in real time. Argus didn't depend on our networks. It was above them. I checked a remote Amazon village. Again, a live feed. Families, children, all unaware. This was the ultimate violation of privacy. Argus could intercept signals, analyze vibrations, track vehicles without GPS. It was a dragnet covering the globe, capturing information from people who thought they were offline. The logical world of code I loved had become a weapon. I was the only one who knew it existed. The power was terrifying. I realized no one was truly invisible. Argus saw everything. And now, so did I. The world was laid bare. How could Argus exist? Who had the resources? The satellites were owned by competing companies, but digging deeper, I found a disturbing pattern. They were all controlled by a shadowy group, the Meridian Group. Not a company, but an alliance of the world's wealthiest kingmakers, media moguls, financiers, tech giants. They shaped public opinion, controlled economies, and defined communication. Argus was their crystal ball, letting them control events from the shadows. This wasn't surveillance for security, it was for control. A handful of unelected individuals had appointed themselves the secret rulers of the world. The Meridian Group weren't cartoon villains. They were the architects of our reality. Publicly, they were visionaries and philanthropists. Privately, they were jailers of a planetary prison. My life felt transparent. Every step outside, I wondered which star was an eye of Argus. Paranoia became my reality. Argus was more powerful than any social credit system or government surveillance. They didn't need to assign scores, they could shape reality itself. The weight of this knowledge was crushing. I couldn't carry this alone. I turned to my mentor, Mr. Corbin. He understood technology's power and its consequences. I sent him an encrypted message, urgent, in person. We met at a secluded park bench after dark, far from cameras. "Leo, you look like you've seen a ghost," he said. "Worse," I replied. "I've seen the people who control the ghosts." I told him everything. The code, Argus, the Meridian Group. He listened, studied the data, and didn't doubt me for a second. "What you've found," he said, "is the logical endpoint of everything we've built. We connected the world, but never asked who would own the connections." "What do I do?" I asked. "If I release this, they'll come after me. If I stay silent, how can I live with it?" He placed a hand on my shoulder. "There's no easy answer. To be silent is to be complicit. To speak out is to invite the wrath of the most powerful people on earth. They will make an example of you, Leo. You need to understand that. The choice was mine, but the consequences would be enormous. I felt both empowered and terrified. Mr. Corbin's support was unwavering. He reminded me, the goal is truth, not revenge. I realized I was standing at the edge of something irreversible. The world would never be the same. Neither would I. The burden was now shared, but the risk was all mine. After meeting Mr. Corbin, anxiety consumed me. His words echoed, "To be silent is to be complicit." I watched people live their lives, oblivious to the surveillance above. The secret was a toxic weight. I noticed strange things, dropped connections, odd clicks on the phone. Paranoia became rational. I used VPNs, covered my tracks, felt like a spy in my own life. They could ruin me without a trace, frame me, destroy my reputation, target my family. The threat was total. I was terrified, but I couldn't turn away. Mr. Corbin and I strategized in secret, using dead drops and one-time pads. "You can't just dump the data," he warned. "They'll discredit it. You need someone with a platform they can't control." We built a plan. The dead man's switch. I compiled all the evidence, Argus code, logs, research, into a heavily encrypted archive. It was uploaded to hundreds of servers worldwide, with key fragments held by trusted journalists and organizations. If anything happened to me, the archive would unlock and go public. This was my insurance policy. The Meridian Group would know. If I disappeared, the truth would be exposed. It was a dangerous game of mutually assured destruction. My life was tied to the survival of this data. I had to be perfect. One bug, and the truth would die with me. Mr. Corbin was my ethical compass. Remember, Leo, the goal is truth. We're dismantling control, not seeking revenge. The stakes had never been higher. With the dead man's switch ready, the real choice arrived. I could erase everything, return to a normal life, and carry the secret forever. Or I could become a whistleblower, activate the plan, send the data, and become the most wanted person on the planet. My family would be in danger. I'd lose everything. I sat at my computer, the final command ready. Pressing enter would shatter the world's power structures and my own life. Was I brave enough? Or selfish enough not to? Mr. Corbin's words echoed, "They are counting on your fear. They are counting on your silence." To choose silence was to accept the prison for everyone. My conscience was at war with my instinct for survival. The world deserved the truth. I had to decide. The moment was now. The screen glowed, the cursor blinking, a digital heartbeat. To press enter was rebellion. To walk away was surrender. My fear whispered, I was just a kid. I couldn't win. But anger rose. Anger at the Meridian Group's arrogance, at their theft of privacy, at their twisted use of technology. I thought of the people watched and manipulated, their lives directed by invisible puppeteers. I had seen the strings. Silence would be betrayal. My choice was made. My finger moved, slow and deliberate. I pressed enter. The script executed, sending encrypted data to journalists worldwide. A message appeared. Protocol initiated. There was no going back. I grabbed my emergency backpack and walked out, leaving my old life behind. For the first time in weeks, I felt free.